Roti, kapda and makan. These are the three basic needs for human existence today. And of these three, the makan is the one which causes the maximum financial strain on your finances, and that is the one which is the longest to achieve for most of us. It is not uncommon for us to liquidate all our finances today so that we are able to achieve this dream of buying the house and also take on a burden of a loan along with the EMI, which can be more than what we can chew as the market scenarios change. If you are someone who has taken a loan or is planning to take a loan, watch this video till the end to understand how the EMIs of this home loan can have an adverse impact on you given the current market scenario. Hi, my name is Harshvardhan Dawar and I am from Wealth Cafe, where we help you make smart money decisions. To help you put things in perspective, let me first explain to you what exactly is the current market scenario with respect to home loans and rather with respect to the interest rates. Just like the equity stock market goes up and down and you see a wide fluctuation in the prices on a daily basis, we also have a fluctuation in the interest rates that are prevalent on a regular basis. While the fluctuation may not be as wide as the stock market, we definitely have a movement in these interest rates. If you look at the chart of a stock, you will see that the prices move up and down pretty drastically. But when you look at the chart of interest rates, you will find a much smoother curve. You will find that over a period of time, the interest rates slowly move up and then begin to move down and then start moving up again. It's a slow and steady journey with much more smoother curves compared to what you see when you look at the chart or price of a moving stock. So when you look at the chart of the interest rates today, you will find that in the last few years, the interest rates went up, started coming down, and today we are sitting at almost absolute bottoms of interest rates compared to what we've had in the past. So in that curve, we've gone all the way up, come down, and we are at the trough or at the lower end of the curve today. And from here, we will expect the interest rates to start moving up slowly, and we've already started seeing the interest rates move up in the last few weeks. Now, when these interest rates start moving up, how does that have an impact on your finances? To help you understand that, first let's look at how the home loans are designed today in the form of a floating rate loan. Most of the home loans given out today are floating rate home loans. What do you mean by a floating rate home loan? As these interest rates go up, the interest rate that is charged to you for your home loan is also going to start going up. When this interest rate start going up, it is going to have a direct impact on the EMI that you pay on your home loan. Let me explain this with an example. If you look at the interest rates prevailing today, it is on an average you will get a home loan of 1 crore at an interest rate of 7%. Now at a 7% interest rate for a period of 20 years, you are expected to pay an EMI of 77,530 every month. Now, when this interest rate goes up and increases to 7.4% for an example, the EMI payable for you goes up by a small amount from 77,530 to 79,000. But as the interest rate starts increasing and it increases to say an amount of 8.4%, your EMI payable increases to 86,150. And if the interest rate were to hit 9%, the EMI that you need to pay on the same home loan that you've taken of 1 crore will be an amount of 90,000 per month. So you can say that over the period, as the interest rate went up from 7% to 9%, the EMI that you had to pay to service the same loan went up from 77,530 to 90,000 per month. Now this EMI went up because the interest rate went up and the bank has to charge you a higher interest rate to compensate for the higher rate that is applicable on your loan. Now, how does this affect you? If you are somebody who is earning a take-home salary of 1,25,000, at the current rate of 7%, your EMI works out to 60% of your take-home salary. Now today that seems a comfortable amount because after paying off an EMI of 77,000, you are still left with an amount of 48,000 to meet your home expenses. As the interest rates go up from 7% to 9%, your EMI goes up from 77 to 90,000. So today with an income of 1,25,000, if your EMI were to increase to 90,000, it is definitely going to be a big squeeze on your cash flows. The double whammy for you as an investor is that generally interest rates go up or are increased when inflation goes up. So if inflation is going up, the amount you spend for your routine expenses is also going to go up, and at the same time you have to service a higher EMI because of the increase in interest rates, and you have to provision a larger amount for just meeting your day-to-day expenses because of higher inflation. So you are going to be squeezed from both the sides in terms of managing your cash flows. And in such an inflationary environment, if the increase in your salary does not happen as you expect, because generally when you take an EMI, you expect that your salary is going to increase on a year-on-year basis, and that 60% burden of EMI will actually reduce every year because your income is going to increase, the amount you receive in your hand. If that does not happen as expected for market conditions or any other reason, then you're going to definitely be in a tight position because of the increase in EMI as a result of increase in the interest rates and the increase in inflation resulting in greater demand of your money just to meet your same day-to-day expenses. Given that today we are in an environment where we are at the absolute lows of interest rates, you should definitely be prepared for an increase in interest rate resulting in an increase in EMI and start preparing for that scenario today itself. If you watched our other videos, you would have seen that we've always advised that your EMI should not be more than 40% of your take home, so that 40% is allocated towards EMI, 40% towards your day-to-day expenses, and you have the buffer of 20% which can go towards savings for your other goals. In addition to that, you should always keep an emergency fund of at least 6 months of your expenses, so that if at all you were to face this squeeze because of changes in market conditions and increase in interest rates, you are able to meet that particular extra demand for servicing your EMI or meeting your day-to-day expenses, which is going to be caused by market conditions which are not at all in your control. So when you're taking a decision today to take a home loan, budget for the fact that tomorrow there is going to be an increase in the interest rate, which is going to result in an increase in EMI. And if you're prepared for it today, tomorrow you will be in a much more comfortable condition when the interest rates actually go up. The best way to do that is to do a rough calculation to understand that if my interest rate today is 6.7 or 7%, tomorrow if it goes up to 9, what is the EMI I will be expected to service, and whether that EMI is something which I am comfortable with. If you have a friend who is planning to take a home loan and is not sure what amount of EMI he must consider in his cash flows, do share this video with him, and like, share and subscribe our channel for freshly brewed content from Wealth Cafe every Wednesday and Saturday.